A simple philosophy underpins the remarkable life and career of world-renowned artist and naturalist Robert Bateman. A native of Toronto, Ontario, Robert Bateman developed his passion for the natural world at a young age by observing and artistically documenting the birds and other wildlife around his childhood home. While developing his skills as a painter, Bateman taught high school art and geography all over the world. Following a 1962 art exhibit of Andrew Wyeth, an American realist painter, Bateman was inspired to adopt the realist style to portray the spirit and life of his subjects. The rest, as they say, is history. For the last 40 years, Bateman has devoted himself to capturing on canvas all the variety and beauty he sees in the natural world around us. Robert Bateman's 1987 show at the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C. drew the largest living artist crowd of all time. His breathtaking artwork is included in the collections of His Royal Highness the Prince Charles, His Royal Highness the Prince Philip, the late Princess Grace of Monaco, and Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands. 2 books of his art, The Art of Robert Bateman and The World of Robert Bateman, made publishing history when they sold more than 500,000 copies. He has also been the subject of numerous books and films. From his earliest bird sketches to his celebrated masterpieces, Bateman's art reflects his commitment to conservation and environmental stewardship. Over the years, he has acted as a spokesperson for many environmental issues and has used his paintings to fundraise for these worthy causes. He has received countless honors for his art and his determined environmental advocacy, including the World Wildlife Fund's Member of Honor Award, the Golden Plate Award from the American Academy of Achievement, and the Human Rights Defender Award from Amnesty International. In 1984, he was made Officer of the Order of Canada, Canada's highest civilian award. Robert Bateman's years as a high school teacher helped develop his belief that knowledge is the first step towards fascination, and he hopes to make youth fascinated with the natural world around them. In 1999, he joined forces with Mary Krupa of Morningstar Enterprises, and a year later launched the Get to Know program to inspire youth to go outdoors and get to know their wild neighbors. This unique, highly successful program has become the most prominent and effective Canadian initiative aimed at inspiring youth to care about biodiversity and value the natural world. Hundreds of thousands of young Canadians have participated in the various get-to-know activities, and many high-profile politicians, educators, and organizations have provided their enthusiastic support. The Robert Bateman Get to Know Writing and Art Contest remains the flagship initiative of the Get to Know program and bridges the gap between environmental issues and the creative arts. Contest participants must first explore and experience their local natural world, then create and submit writing, art, or digital photography based on their experiences. The Get to Know contest was followed by the Get to Know Interactive CD, a project made in collaboration with dozens of leading environmental groups, scientists, institutions, governments, and corporate partners. Several years in the making, the CD contains hundreds of videos, virtual hikes, lesson plans, field guides, presentations, reference materials, and links. The objective is not to replace real outdoor experiences with indoor ones. Instead, it is to offer the students as many opportunities as possible to familiarize themselves with local species in the classroom setting as an invitation to go outdoors and experience the real thing. So far, it has been distributed to over 800,000 Canadian students. We are currently working to expand this resource by adding local versions that feature parks and species from more regions of Canada. The Get to Know team is always discovering new and innovative ways to reconnect children with nature. In 2008, Get to Know launched a speakers bureau made up of outstanding biologists, naturalists, and educators who are eager to share their enthusiasm for getting to know. The Get to Know program is also poised to launch a new 160-acre Get to Know conservation area in Canada and, in cooperation with regional parks associations, Get to Know is developing a program called Natural Treasure that will motivate youth and their families to explore local parks to decode Bateman hieroglyphs, learning about nature in the process. Thanks to our partnership with the U.S. Forest Service and other key stakeholders, Get to Know is bringing the Get to Know Art Contest to California and launching natural treasure programs in virtual hikes at national forests across the state. California's Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger and NBA star Steve Nash have welcomed the Get to Know program to the U.S. and encourage youth to enter the contest when it launches on Public Lands Day this September. Robert Bateman's art, his consistent dedication to the conservation and enhancement of our environment, and his efforts to inspire a passion for wildlife are a lasting legacy to the world. Canadians are excited to be sharing this legacy with Californians and building an international movement to encourage youth to understand and cherish the natural world.